fucking hell.
Hello guys and welcome to my new video. I've missed you all very much as I didn't upload anything for a couple of days now, but have no fear, that is mainly because I wanted to plan my next batch of videos which I will be posting in the next 2 weeks. So there is going to be a few guides, discussions, some pew pew videos of course, and this one will be about some simple but useful tips that may or may not help you improve your overall experience and your average life expectancy while roaming around. But all of these tips are very useful to me, and some of them may be simple, but they get the job done. So to start off with this guide, I'd like to point out the importance of pressing that number 5 button, which is your holster weapon key by default. And you're probably gonna say like, what the fuck is he talking about? What's so important about holstering your weapon? Everything! This is Breaking Point. Little things matter. Your reaction time matters. This ain't a mil sim. You don't have to be all tactical and shit, weapon ready all the time and whatnot. You're gonna get shot from who knows where. You're gonna get ambushed and surprised, and your reaction time has to be spot on. Holstering your weapon and running zigzag to cover is very, very important, and it's going to be one of the key factors of your survival. If you're running from point A to point B, you should of course do it with your weapon on your back. You're gonna be faster, more agile, and provided that you run near some trees for cover, you will do much better than running with your gun out. And you will cover more ground of course. If you get caught with your pants down, you will of course need to react accordingly. Find some cover, assess the situation, try to locate the shooter and blah blah, eat some mutton, and then, if you think the time and place are in your favor, run Forrest, run and flank the bastard. Oh, you dead boy. If you don't get one-shotted by a 45 Winchester, that is. But of course, shit happens. Moving on to tip number 2. I don't know if you guys ever played the Splinter Cell franchise, but in one of the Splinter Cell games, I think it's Conviction to be honest, you have a great little feature called the last known position, which is basically a ghost of your character in a spot where your enemies have spotted you last. Pretty self-explanatory. In Breaking Point, however, you can use this trick either spontaneously or you can deliberately show yourself to the enemy for a short period of time. Why, oh why would you want to do that? Well, first off, they might think you're being careless, and that's very important, and that will automatically force them to wait you out. They will get comfy, make a campfire, and just wait for you to put a bullet through your face when you peek next time. Not once has a dude rushed me after he missed his chance. So when this happens, do not panic. Play it out carefully, give him or them a sign that you're still in the same area that you were in 5 minutes ago. And this is very important as well. They waited for 5 minutes, they're gonna wait for 5 more. And this is when you go. Hardest thing will be to move backwards out of that area you were in. But just use any and all objects which are obscuring their vision. That's your ticket out. But you're not getting out. Oh no, you're flanking the bastard. Another crucial thing is remembering where they are. Which line of trees, green or yellow, this bush or that one, because they won't move more than 10 to 15 meters. They'll be too occupied trying to snipe you. The last part is getting close to their general area and taking it slow. Very slow. Slow. Do this right and feast on their flesh. The next thing I want to show you is something I utilize a lot, and it's of course the Hipfire. It is a matter of choice whether or not you will use this, and all I'm going to do is point out both the advantages and disadvantages of using this in firefights. And while someone may say that it's completely unnecessary and that it's much safer to just aim down your iron sights or look through your scope, you won't have time to do that sometimes. And instead of just giving up or simply shooting like a madman, I'll show you how to improve your hipfire. One thing though, be prepared to miss, be prepared to pay for it with your soul. It's Breaking Point. Breaking point isn't really suitable for practicing Hipfire. I mean, of course you can try it, but if you don't succeed, you'll have to spawn again, and let's face it, those 40 seconds, you know, sometimes make me want to press often. It's time consuming, you know. What I like to do and how I actually got it to a certain point where I can actually control it, you know, to a certain extent, and how to effectively use it is doing it a lot in King of the Hill. Especially 1944 King of the Hill, because there's a lot of bolt actions, and even if you die you can spawn back in and try again, and there's a lot more targets to practice on. And to make it just a teeny bit harder, as I said, I like to do it with bolt action rifles. In BP, Enfields are a great practice tool, and in 1944 you got the Mosin and the Kar98. Hip firing with automatic rifles is easy. You just need to get the hang of where you actually need to aim. Try not to move your mouse too quickly when hip firing. I sometimes fire a couple of shots just to be sure where they're actually gonna hit, and just go from there, you know, if it's an automatic or semi-auto rifle. If it's a bolt action, however, you gotta be careful. But trust me, this can save you in a lot of situations. It's much faster than actually aiming down your sights. Just be sure to know when to switch to first person view. Of course, it's a lot easier. So try it out. It's a lot of fun, it's really cool, and it's very useful. It takes a lot of practice, and you have to be careful when doing it with bolt action rifles. Just remember to move a lot, thus making it harder for your opponent to hit you. And speed is the key. Speed is the key. You think the Schmidt and Bender is the best scope in the mod? Think again. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't, but you know, it has the most zoom, definitely. But before you come across this scope, you will most likely find a bunch of Leopold Ultras, Mark IVs, TS30s, RCOs, blah blah blah. And yes, highest zeroing that you can get with Leopold Ultra is 1,000 meters, but does that mean you cannot shoot farther than that? Absolutely not. Mil dots. And I'm constantly getting questions concerning scopes, so I hope this will help. Not only you need to know how the mil dots work on different scopes, you need to know how different scopes work on different weapons. For example, when using the Leopold Mark IV with an M24 or M40A5, you need to aim slightly to the right of your target. I avoid using the Schmidt and Bender with bolt action simply because I rarely take shots beyond 1.3 kilometers out, so the Mark IV is more than enough. Each mil dot on Leopold Ultra is 50 meters, so you can adjust and shoot up to 1.2 kilometers. Same goes for TS30, only max zeroing is 700, which means that you can use the mil dots to shoot up to 900 meters. And this is probably the most useful scope in the mod. Some might say that it's the MRAD, but I don't like the red dot on that one. Now, the most important part, the simplicity. Breaking point is very forgiving when sniping comes in question. There's no Ace 3, there are no ballistic calculators, there's no wind. Pretty much, sniping is very easy. So learn those scopes and how they work. It's gonna do you good. Try to remember your first day playing this mod. So you find toilet paper. Oh, maybe I need to empty my bowels in this mod. You find a tennis ball. Oh, I need to find a tennis court and play some tennis. You find a brick. Oh, maybe I need this to build my base. Stupid hobbitses. You just need them to bash someone's face in and kill zombies. Throwables can be useful in firefights and standoffs, as you sometimes don't want to show your position to the enemy, so don't kill the zombies with your guns. They attract players. You can do that to attract players actually. But rather use your throwables if you want to stay hidden. So don't use your guns unless it's completely necessary and if you actually want to attract players, as I said. But books and bricks work best. They're usually a one-hit kill, although they will sometimes just break their legs, but they're useful nonetheless. Aim for the head, and aim a little bit downwards, because they go over their heads most of the time. And last tip concerning throwables before I end this video, make sure to hide zombie remains. That's all for today, guys. I'm sorry once more for this delayed video. I hope you like it and I hope it's helpful, and be sure to hit that like button and subscribe if you want to help me. And until next time, enjoy your day, watch some more videos, and thank you very much for watching this one.